Almost everybody thinks this story is about Max leaving Red Bull. I don't think so. I think we are looking at this completely the wrong way. Because while entire Formula 1 paddock has been asking, will Max join McLaren? Zack Brown has been asking a much better question. What if I bring Red Bull to Max? Think about that. Rob Marshall, Will Courtney, and then Giampiero Lambiase. One by one, the people Max trusted the most are no longer staying at Red Bull. They are moving to Woking. And once I noticed that pattern, everything suddenly makes sense. Because maybe McLaren is not trying to convince Max. Maybe they are simply building a team that Max will eventually find impossible to say no to. And honestly, that might be the smartest driver recruitment strategy Formula 1 has ever seen. Let's get into it. When Adrian Newey left, everyone focused on Adrian Newey. Big mistake. Because championship teams are not built by only one genius. They are built by hundreds of small geniuses. People who understand each other, people who trust each other, people who know exactly how each other works. And that's exactly what Zack Brown has been collecting. Rob Marshall, one of the key architects behind Red Bull's success, Will Courtney, the man responsible for his strategy, and then GP, Max's race engineer. Individually, they are greatest signings. Together, they start looking like something much bigger. Not random recruitments, it's like a blueprint. They are copying Max's world. Think about that. If you wanted Lewis, would you only call out Lewis? Probably not. You want Bono. You want engineers he trusts. You want mechanics who already understand him. You want to create the environment where he performs at his absolute best. That's exactly what McLaren appears to be doing. Not building a Red Bull because a place that already feels familiar to Max. Because changing teams is not just changing cars, it's changing people. And people win championship. Let's forget aerodynamics for a second. Forget horsepower, wind tunnel. That's one person Max probably trusts more than anyone inside Formula 1. That is GP. He's more than a race engineer. He's Max's translator, a strategist. Sometimes even the only person capable of calming him down during a race. We have heard all those famous radio messages. They argue, they laugh, they challenge each other. But underneath all of that, there is complete trust. You can't build that overnight. So just for a second, imagine if McLaren really manages to bring GP into their senior leadership. They are not just signing another employee, they are bringing a part of Max's racing family, and that's something money alone cannot buy. Mercedes walked away, McLaren did not. For years, everyone believed Mercedes would eventually sign Max. Toto Wolff openly admitted it. The rumors never stopped, but today, that door looked almost closed. Mercedes has publicly shifted its attention towards its own future. Whether it's a permanent or temporary, only Toto knows. But one thing is very clear. Zack Brown has not closed his doors. In fact, he has done the opposite. He has not begged Max, he has not publicly chased him. He simply built a team that keeps becoming more attractive. That's completely different strategy and maybe a smaller and maybe a much smarter one. Here's the part I think most people are missing. Max does not just love Formula 1, he loves racing. Le Mans, Daytona, Spa, Nürburgring, GT3, endurance racing, that's who Max really is, the purist. And McLaren understand that. Unlike most Formula 1 teams, McLaren already operates across multiple categories under one racing identity. Formula 1, IndyCar, endurance, road race, future hypercar ambitions. Imagine being told this to Max. You don't have to choose between Formula 1 and everything else. You can build your entire racing legacy with one team. For someone like Max, that's a very powerful idea. But there is one massive problem. If signing Max was easy, it would have happened already. Because McLaren already has arguably the strongest driver pairing on the grid. Lando and Oscar both are under contract. So where does the Max fit and how he can come in? That's where the story becomes fascinating. Because if Max arrives, someone has to leave. And suddenly Oscar Piastri's future becomes just as important as Max's. Red Bull would happily welcome Oscar. McLaren would happily welcome Max. Now this puzzle starts fitting together. Will Max Verstappen drive for McLaren? Honestly, I don't know. Maybe he stays at Red Bull for another 5 years. Maybe Mercedes come back into the picture. Maybe everything changes again. But one thing feels impossible to ignore. Zack Brown is not waiting for Max to become available. He's preparing for the day he does. One trusted engineer at a time. One familiar face at a time, one piece of Red Bull at a time. Because maybe the biggest transfer in Formula 1 history won't happen because McLaren chased Max. It will happen because without anyone noticing, McLaren quietly becoming the place that already feels like home for Max. Before I leave, I just want to say one thing. It has been 7 months that since I uploaded on this channel. Life happened, business happened, and Formula One never stopped giving us incredible stories. And honestly, I miss talking about all of them. So yes, I'm back. Bigger stories, better analysis, more racing faction. If you have been here since day one, thank you for watching. Let's build this community again. I will see you in the next one.